So what's going on, guys? Um, we got some news the other day, and I had mentioned it in a previous video that the Big Bud DLC was going to be coming out around May 9th. That's their release date or whatever. Um, I figured I'd give you guys a little insight on what all was supposed to be coming with that DLC that you're going to be paying. If you're in the U.S., it's obviously $14.99. They've got a few pictures here, and some of it's, some of you have already seen, but and it tells you that what is included. Um, it just gives you the basics in that little summary there, and then all the languages that it gives it in as far as offerings. That is on pre-order, so you can order it. You can order it now, and when the release date comes, you'll have it. Uh, there is no incentive as far as it being a discount or anything like that. Unfortunately, for certain countries and so to speak, I think me and my buddy Mac were talking about it, and he said that his price Canadian was around $22 or so, and you know, I told him, I said it's a shame that something like that they shouldn't be any type of a tax or inflation on due to country that you live in or whatever. But anyway, moving on. These are the two tractors that you obviously are getting. You're getting the smaller of the two, and then the larger of the two. This is the 450. It's going to have 500 horsepower and a top speed of 30 kilometers per hour. This is the 747, 900 horsepower, top speed of 30 kilometers per hour. This is the part that I was excited for. Excuse me. I was excited more for this than I was for the tractors themselves, due to the fact of being that there's certain fields that you get in that you may not even need these for, just figuratively speaking. Because there's mods out there that can give you the same or more horsepower rating than either of these two offer. However, if you look at this picture here, look how big that guy is compared to that damn wheel. This tractor is huge. Now granted, I honestly never ever used Big Bud at all during 13 or 15. I'm not sure if it was out for 11 or not, but I didn't come in until around 13. Um, yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer, I guess you could say. But because I think they had a 2009 version, and then 2011, and then 13, 15, and 17. So I've been here since 13. But anyway, from my understanding, this piece of equipment here attaches to this piece of equipment to the front. Uh, I'm not sure if it's just for towing purposes or what. I'm assuming that it is. I mean, you really don't know until the DLC is released, and then people start doing their, first reviews or showcases or whatever you want to call it. But I'm assuming that this, being that it's four plows, and this is the only plow in this whole group that I've seen or whatever. Um, yeah, but this particular plow has got a 10.5 meter working width, and it says that the required horsepower is 550, and This one here, or has 500, so it's already underpowered for that one. And this one, in my opinion, is overpowered. Well, then you have mods out there that can pull a 550 horsepower rating. So, it doesn't really matter as far as this. It's just that this being the smaller one, don't know if the option is going to be, um, for single wheels for this or not. I mean, we don't know. But anyway, um, this is like a plow. It can cultivate and plow at the same time. And obviously a working width of 8 meters, and it's a 420 horsepower rating, which this one right here would be able to pull it just fine. And this here is a cultivator, 18.2, working with 50. These tools, just between already this and this, has got me sold just because they're bigger. And there's a lot of fields that are out now that are on maps that you have a hard time doing unless you're running course play, or if you've got a hired worker, or if you just temporarily make your save game a a server based game, and have individuals helping you. So with this being said, even these two can save you some time. This is another cultivator they have, 24 meters. This is your first sowing machine. They obviously are offering two, 18.2 meters. Well, actually there's three now that I look at it. However, if this one goes with this, I'm not sure. This is just a filling, like an overloader type filler. I'm not sure, unless that one goes with that one. I don't know. We none of us knows. Let's see. This one here is 18 meters, 14,000 liter capacity for that. 25.6 meters. It says it's got an 84-foot toolbar. I'm assuming that's the crap. What's the name I'm looking for? The imperial scale version of meter, because meter is obviously metric. Then your air cart, 34,500 liters. So I mean, some of these tools would be excellent for those 4X maps that are out there. And my theory, and this was just a theory. It doesn't mean anything related to this particular video or these particular tools, tractors, implements, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't mean dick when it comes to this, because what if there were going to be a 4X map potentially released exclusively from Giants, or this is going to be a mod set that they pretty much end, well, not say end, but let's just say it'll be one of the potentially last couple of DLCs for FS17, which will roll over into FS19, and maybe FS19 will be a 4X map. We'll leave that question in the air, because I mean, granted, there's already modders out there who make 4X maps, so why not? Moving on, this one here's an auger wagon, 53,000 liter capacity. And lastly, this is a manure spreader, 15 meter working width at 70,000 liters. Um, do I feel like they could have put more into this group? Yes and no. I feel like they could have added a few other things to go into it. Um, I mean, granted, this is a manure spreader and that's an auger wagon. This auger wagon holds 53,000 liters, so it's kind of hard to say why didn't they have a dump trailer or something to go along with this particular DLC to fit in this group. Um, Granted, you've got this particular sower, this sower, and this sower that all does different things. Something might be for corn, or something may be for you know beets and potatoes. I'm not sure. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, even if there was a sugar beet and potato planter, and wasn't any of these, why wasn't there? You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we can just kind of leave that in the air. Um, yeah, and this was the other thing that I thought was kind of interesting. They've left it up, and I'm not sure if that was a mistake or what. But today's April 3rd, and April 1st was supposed to be April Fool's Day, and it was. There was a lot of people who got joked on and kidded around with and whatever. But if you go to this, and it was released on April 1st, so it was obviously kind of convenient, you know. And I mean, I'll leave a link in the description for this information if you want to come back and look at it yourself. But basically, what this little box is supposed to be that's coming to FS17 now. And here's, like I said, here's the part that I'm not quite understanding, because like I said, they've left it up here. Is it serious? Or have they really defeated the odds in doing such? Or what? I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that I'm being gullible about it, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. Because anything can be possible with technology. And there's a lot of creativity that goes out into the marketing, as far as people with their air fresheners and oil burners and incense and stuff like that. What if this wasn't a joke? What if this was actually real? Like I said, I'll leave that to you to think. I mean, it's kind of funny that it was released on April 1st. So, hardy har har, April Fools, we got you. But then you leave it up. So, I'm not sure. But anyways, that's that, and that's what it's gonna be. As far as I know, this is just only for PC and Mac. It's not going to be for a console version. Unfortunately, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of console people that are going to be upset about that. And hey, it is what it is, I suppose. The only thing I can say is that for the console people, it's never too late to try to get into the PC community. But anyway, you guys have a good one.